the squad, AOC, they're threatening to bring the whole infrastructure package down. Now, maybe that's not a bad thing because they don't think it's enough money. They don't think it's, they want $3 trillion. They want the Green New Deal. They want all these different projects, which you would not get bipartisan support for. Thus, it would not get through the U.S. Senate likely. And then you have all these. You wouldn't have the opportunity to even go through reconciliation. But they want reconciliation first. So I want to play the soundbite, then go to Than to explain how she's talking about this process working out bite two.
If there is not a reconciliation bill in the House, and if the Senate does not pass the reconciliation bill, we will uphold our end of the bargain and not pass the bipartisan bill until we get all of these investments in.
So, Than, is that, for everybody will want to know when it's someone from the squad, one, do they have the power, do they have the votes to do that in the House? Does they have the kind of, I guess they do, with such a small margin, they probably do. But at the same time, what some people may hear that is, why would you get to reconciliation before passing the actual legislation?
Yeah, this is an unusual situation, Jordan, but you're correct. In this situation, she absolutely has the votes to block both of these bills from moving. And here's sort of why. I think first you have to say the very reason that you had a number of Republicans coming to the table to debate the bipartisan bill and then ultimately voting to proceed to it is because, Jordan, the idea is that would be a compromise and that would be passed instead of a reconciliation bill that was going to be much larger. If that is no longer the case, if it's no longer going to take the place of a reconciliation bill, but it's going to be in addition to it, the very reason that those Republicans came to the table would go away. So it would be undermined. But here's procedurally how she would do it, Jordan. The reconciliation package has to move separately. You have to have both a budget resolution and then a reconciliation package that moves. So no matter what happens with the bipartisan bill, if AOC does not see passage of the bill that she wants, the large one, the monstrosity, the reconciliation one, if the Senate doesn't pass that first, all she has to do is get the group to oppose either bill when it's in the House, Jordan, and it really doesn't matter what order they put them up in the House. If the Senate has not moved the reconciliation bill, she could bring both bills down in the United States House.
That is, I think, interesting because, Harry, when you talk about real infrastructure, there's a lot of agreement. It's very bipartisan in our country. That, yes, this might be expensive, but it's worthwhile because, we do have roads, bridges, and whether it's the internet, whether it's, again, there's a lot, airports, when it comes to transportation, though, specifically, the railroads, we've seen the high speed not be able to work because the railroads are too old and things like that everyone would agree on. This would be bipartisan. It's a lot of money, so you think the Democrats would like that. It would create potentially new jobs, new economic opportunities, and it's something a country our size likely has to do, hopefully quicker so that things don't get to the level that they are. But then when you add on the politics of this, it is what she is saying in that bite is that if you don't give me the Green New Deal, you don't get the new roads.
Absolutely. So I think you hit on a key phrase, real infrastructure. And the key question is whether or not Democrats actually believe in real infrastructure. My conclusion is they do not believe in real infrastructure. They see real infrastructure as an instrumental goal that enables them to reconstruct, to reframe the entire country. That indeed is their objective. And so my hope, I hope it's not a vain one, is that the Republicans can see through this particular strategy. The president has signaled his support of this two-track strategy, but many Republicans still remain committed to supporting, quote-unquote, real infrastructure, but they better be sure that that is precisely what they are getting. Otherwise, the American people will eat an awful experience.